I found these in my porch and I decided to do a review on them to see if they're worth buying or not.
Spoiler alert! They're not.
You know, I've been told the harder you hit the table, the more subscribers you get. That's why I got these new gloves, so I can hit it harder and harder and harder. Again, back to the video. I'm sure you already know this is cheap airsoft guns from Temu. This is a cheap airsoft gun from Temu. This is a cheap airsoft gun from Temu. And this is a particularly cheap airsoft gun from Temu. So we'll start off with the particularly cheap airsoft gun from Temu, shall we? I'm decided to call this thing a UAG because it doesn't even have a name. An unidentified airsoft gun. So let's open it up. Okay, box seems alright.
Oh my god.
So let's... Okay, cameraman's reactions there. So we got a magazine, nice and plasticky. We got... Whoa! Combat Master! Okay, it's...
That's some high-tech stuff there.
I have to say, that's pretty good though. Okay, so it's made of 150 times 1000% real plastic, except for this spring. It comes with 6 shells and some distorted BBs that are orange. And it's wrapped in this box and this thing there of film. So let's see the instructions here. Okay, so okay, very basic instructions, just directions on how to insert the distorted BBs into the shells. And it's only this one line here, the rest is all in unrecognizable languages. Okay, so that's it for the UAG. Let's go to the next gun. Now, next on our cheap airsoft guns from Temu list is the jumping shell model gun.
Jumping shell! What does it mean?
And it seems it has a mechanical burst feature. I do have to say, the boxes look a lot better, but it's covered by this big sticker because Temu does that with everything you buy from them. And I do have to point this out as well. On the back, this is a Glock 18C here that we ordered, but on the back, for some weird reason, there's a revolver. Don't know why that is, but I don't know. Let's open it up and see. So, also I want to point out the age rating of this gun, which either Chinese kids are pretty stupid or they don't have a clue about age ratings, because I think 14 plus is a bit of exaggerating for a gun that can barely shoot 20 feet. Okay, let's open it. Okay, so here's our Glock 18C. Okay, this one does look aesthetically better, I have to say. Much better looking. So let's take out the mag. Okay, we got a mag. We got 6 shells. The one thing with these guns is the design is more realistic because it takes a shell and there's a bullet that goes into the back of the shell and there's a pin in the back which hits it, which is a more realistic design, but it's also about quality. So then again, the gun is 100% plastic except for probably 2 or 3 springs inside. Does feel a lot sturdier, this one, and the mag does feel sturdier. There's a bit more weight to it, so I definitely say this is better gun. We'll put the mag back in there, pop this inside, and then it comes with 2 packets of bullets. These ones look virtually the same as the others, only they're red and grey this time. Okay, and they fit into these shells. And then there's an instructions manual, which I have to say is also better. This time it's primarily in English. They probably have a different instructions manual for each country they're going to. And there's the instructions for here because this gun's so simple.
Are we allowed to say that?
Yeah, we are. Now shut up. Okay. Then again, this gun, this also, the jumping shell model gun, is semi-automatic. And I do have to give it credit for when you put in the empty mag and you pull the trigger. Slide does lock back, pretty good. But now let's compare it to my much higher spec Glock 18C by Umarax. There'll be a review of this shortly, I promise you. And let's see if it's 1-to-1 scale. And I have to say they've done pretty well for a gun barely pushing a tenner to do a good job here. There's a few minor things, like it's a bit wider and everything, but it's pretty good. So that's it for the jumping shell model gun, and I thought it was much better than gun number 1, and we'll test them all at the end. So that's next gun. Now gun number 3 on the cheap airsoft guns from Temu list is the 336 gun. And I'd like to point out here, it does say 1-to-1 scale, high performance model gun. I don't think it's going to be very high performance, and I'm questionable about its 1-to-1 scale. And this, as you can see, it's based on 1911 here. So let's open it and have a look. So, big stands out here, big orange trigger, and that is not 1-to-1 scale. Because when you compare it to my WE 1911, put them over each other, they are clearly not the same scale. Unlike the previous gun, which I have to give it credit again for being 1-to-1 scale. This gun is, I'd say, more plastic than all of them, and it's cheaper. There's a soul ray starting to split there. It's lightest of all of them. It has a hammer, doesn't work. It has a safety, doesn't work. This safety would be about as useful as a paralyzed hamster in an AI takeover. And sorry to all the paralyzed hamsters out there, don't mean to offend you, but it's true. And also to point out, unlike the other 2 previous guns, this doesn't even have a magazine. The magazine's located here where the shells would come out, but there's not shell eject in this one. There's no jumping shells in this one. So you just pour the BBs in there. It could probably fit about, I don't know, 15 or something. And then you simply just rack back the slide for each shot. And as you can see already, the port is opened already, so the BBs would just fall out. Okay, it's time to test these airsoft guns now. Not that I call them much of an airsoft gun. And also, by the way, if you just want to ever see a torture test on this gun coming up in the new year, make sure you just go and hit that subscribe button.
Do it.
Okay, we got our 6 shells in the mag. Slide's locked back. Let's put it in. Release the slide. And a shot is fired because it seems when the slide is released and when the slide is locked and you release it with a mag, and after putting the mag in, it shoots a bullet. Okay, let's take some shots. And that's it. I don't even think we got one on the target actually. Okay, now it's the Glock's turn, and it turns out it has the same problem with the slide being locked, and then when you release it, it shoots a shot. So we'll start it off with the slide closed, because that's supposed to work better. So 6 rounds, let's get shooting. Oh, hit. And we got a jam. Okay, that's it for the Glock. Okay, now we got the 1911. There's about 10 shots in here. Let's shoot this thing. Oh no, pops open. Probably use tape on that or something. Oh, this one's actually better. No, it's not. Got a jam. Okay, just pause it there. Okay. Oh, I know.
This isn't working.
It's very unreliable. Is it empty or what? No, there's still. Okay, I'm just stopping it there. That's it from the Ragtag Airsofter, and thanks for watching.